nails the baby hook. MP's gotten his second bucket.
That is a play that is beyond his years. MP takes the contact and still gets it to fall.
All right, we've now got our 2K insider, Shams Charania, on the line. He's got a special report. Shams, it's all yours.
Thanks, guys. The Kings were not complacent this summer. They have added all-star DeMar DeRozan in a sign-and-trade. He brings even more firepower to an offense that was already among the league's best. In the loaded Western Conference, the Kings knew they had to make moves to stay in the fight. DeRozan is one of the biggest signings in Kings franchise history, guys.
A tremendous addition. Shams, thanks for the update. Now here's Lopez. And Tomas. Sabonis pulls it down. Here's Ellis, guarded by Young. Here in the first quarter, with about 2 minutes gone by. 5 on the clock. Picked by Sabonis. Oh, it's stolen away. And a fast break now for the Hawks. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
Showcasing his athleticism. Plays like this are why you got to be excited about Risa Shea's future in this league.
Sabonis outside. Now, if you're just tuning in, we've played about 2.5 minutes here in the first.
Given his range, you'd expect him to capitalize on that opening.
Lopez with it. Checked by Murray. MP, a screen on DeRozan. Johnson. And he drops it in from the low post.
Smart decision right there by MP, making the D pay for leaving his teammate uncovered.
Pass to Sabonis. Lets it go from 14. Rebounded by Lopez.
It is a shame to see a high percentage look go to waste. He'll be hearing about this one in the locker room, I'm sure.
And MP throws it down.
Making sure of that one. MP at ground zero.
And so DeRozan will bring it up for Sacramento. Trailing by 8 and going against Atlanta, their first meeting on the year.
Yeah, they came up short both times against this team last season.
Okongwu's checked in for Atlanta. Malik Monk's checked in for Sacramento. Now here's Murray. DeRozan for 3. And another miss by Sacramento. Here's Atlanta with the ball. They've gone on a 10-2 run. Not allowed. Okongwu, a screen on Levine. Here's Daniels. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. Kings trail by 8. DeRozan looks it over. Pass to Sabonis. And Sabonis slams it in.
Yeah, I like that he's not taking any chances there. Sabonis goes up strong with the finish.
And Quinn Snyder decides to call timeout. He'll take the opportunity to regroup. Atlanta making some changes. Man, he's checked in for MP. Risa Both teams will make substitutions. A chance to catch up on some numbers here. The scoring breakdown for the Hawks.
Well, so far, their long-range shooting has been the story, doing damage from deep.
Man, they're just having their way, bullying the other team in the painted area, imposing their will down there whenever they want.
Taking a look at Sacramento. Zach LaVine out there with DeMar DeRozan. Then it's Domantas Sabonis. Then it's Malik Monk. And it's Ellis in at the point. Well, Grant, aside from making the East Finals in 2021, how would you assess Trae Young's teams?
Well, they're always solid offensive teams. But Trae is the type of player that you need to surround with defensive-minded guys. And he hasn't really had that. A nice rebound. Trying to match the other team's intensity right now.
Pass to man. There's a minute 54 left in the second. Here's MP. Oh, MP with the hammer.
Woo! Defensively, you can't afford to let him get to the rim that easily.
Well, that might be why their deficit is what it is right now.
Yeah, it's going to take better rim protection than that if they're going to climb out of this hole.
And another miss by Sacramento.
See, that miss right there, it's why teams try to avoid the mid-range jumper these days.
Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Hey, Brian, one nickname you hear for DeMar DeRozan is the lone mid-ranger. He said you can operate freely in the mid-range. It's like an ocean out there. If you're smart, you can take advantage of the space and pick teams apart. Brian?
He's an expert tactician working in between. Thanks, Allie.
We see this time and time again from LaVine. He has the ability to put the offense on his shoulders.
Young from long range. Here's MP. And terrific work on the offensive glass as he picks up the deuce.
Their defense just falls apart once the ball goes inside.
Kings trail by 16. Monk passes to Ellis. DeRozan outside. The rebound by Atlanta. MP's got his 5th rebound in this one. It's LeVert on the wing. Young, the pass to MP. And they double up MP. Oh, and makes it with the kiss. MP's got 8 points here in the quarter.
Boy, absolutely no rim protection, leading to a lot of easy buckets here.
Here's DeRozan, rejected by Lopez.
You should know a young guy like MP is looking to send that shot all the way into the ground.
We didn't thought he was doing. I let him get that far.
Here's DeRozan. The rebound by Atlanta. Lopez has got his 6th rebound on the night. Here's Risache. Lays it up and banks it in. Risache's got his 3rd basket of the night.
They've been very well-rounded and extremely focused.
Yeah, not just an impressive showing on offense, but on defense as well, executing their game plan perfectly.
MP getting it done for the Hawks. He had solid production this quarter with scoring and rebounding. All right, stick around. We'll be right back after this.
Hey folks, happy you joined us. The action tonight up. And guys, I want to talk for a sec about the talent level in this league. In fact, I'd say it's never been better.
You sure about?
Let us take some time now to talk about the first half. A commanding performance for the Hawks. And that's a wrap on halftime. Thanks for watching as we send you back to BA.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the rout that it's threatening to be. Hey, you look at MP in this game, he's been everywhere.
And in the first half, he dominated in the post. He got the looks he wanted and was able to execute.
The question now is, will the defense keep letting him punish them inside? Or did Coach have some new ideas for them?
Ricochet and Johnson, they're the forwards. Tyson Daniels out there with Trae Young. And it's Lopez in at the 5. So that's the Hawks 5. And RJ, looking back at the in-game flopping penalties introduced last season, how do you think they worked?
Well, I didn't see many that were actually called, but as they say, it's always good to have a rule implemented in case you need it, or so I'm told.
The free throw drops for Johnson. DeRozan with the ball. No points yet. There's the drop. And the dunk by DeRozan.
Once DeMar has momentum behind him, let me tell you, watch out because he's going to put on a show.
To the paint. MP against Sabonis. Johnson passes to MP. And Domas Sabonis pulls it down. Sabonis has got 6 rebounds now in the game. Here's DeRozan. And it's MP with a rebound. MP's got rebound number 8 here already in the game.
Just an ugly show from him offensively. Yep, no way to describe it, just ugly, and that hasn't helped. And he's shooting it at an efficient clip, but he needs to keep looking to score. It's what his team relies on him to do it.
DeRozan outside. Pass to Ellis. DeRozan outside. Now Sabonis, covered by Lopez. Shot clock at 6. Sabonis, the pass to Levine. The shot is good on the assist by Sabonis. Sabonis has got 3 assists in the game. Atlanta leading by 22. Outside Johnson. Pass to Lopez. That one falls. 8 of 10 and scoring with confidence.
Time and time again, they're creating good looks from close range.
And it's DeRozan with the ball for the Sacramento Kings. When this game is done, they'll be off to Toronto, taking on the Raptors. They're getting into the back half of a 4-game road trip. Here's Sabonis. Rebounded by Johnson. Atlanta's gone 6 for 12 from deep so far in this game. Here's Lopez. And it's good. 2 points. Lopez has got 18 points in the game.
And an excellent start to the second half. Only missed 1 shot in their first 5.
Ellis passes to Sabonis. Oh, it's blocked by Lopez. Pass to Ricochet. And he converts the layup. Give him 8 points now.
I just love the ball movement.
Second half of play, and we're 3 minutes into the third here. And out on the wings, Zach Ricochet has so many things scouts are looking for these days.
Yeah, B.A., this guy has tremendous potential as a two-way threat. Great length, good athleticism, and his jump shot could be elite.
Now here's Young. Knocks it down from distance. Young's gotten his second bucket of the game.
And so shifty with great handles. Young gets the defender to commit, then takes full advantage.
Outside Levine. Shot clock at 5. Off the mark. His 6th miss in 13 tries. To the inside. Here's MP. Rebounded. Domantas Sabonis. For Sacramento, they've gotten just 3 of 8 shots to go in the third quarter. Now here's DeRozan. Sabonis can't hit.
Okay, let's just say it. This has been an ugly quarter for him. Not quite a break a mirror ugly, but it's getting there.
Lopez, the screen. There's Young with the 3, and the Hawks with another 3.
This is what it's been since halftime. Remarkable results from downtown.
In the modern NBA, you have to hit threes to win games, and they've made that adjustment since the break.
And the dunk by Levine.
Well, Levine is fired up tonight and having no trouble finding points for his squad.
Outside Young, down low. Here's MP. That one's good, and it's Young with the assist. Lopez has got 20 points.
They're winning the battle down low by imposing their will.
Now 5 seconds separating the shot clock and the game clock. And here's Levine. 18 points for him. Murray for 3. Rebounded by Lopez. Lopez has got 10 rebounds here tonight. So active. Now the Kings in transition. Here's DeRozan. Can't cash it in from the high post. And so it's Atlanta with an almost surefire victory here. Up 32 at the end of the quarter and dominant. And let's take this opportunity to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Now, I know he's a big man, but he's got some point guard in him if he's making passes like this.
And for the defense, it's so tough to guard a big man with that kind of court vision and dime dropping ability.
He's checked in for Atlanta. Nance comes in for Matthews. Okongwu, the pass to Lopez. Back to Okongwu. MP right side. Grant, it seems like teams today are much more data-driven than in years past.
Yeah, I agree, B.A. It's much more sophisticated. Of course, coaches and executives are still watching the games and forming their gut opinions, but now those impressions can be cross-checked with the numbers.
Taking a look at the Kings, the duo inside. It's Murray and Sabonis. Then it's DeMar DeRozan. Then there's Zach LaVine, and it's Ellis in at the point guard position. MP is doubled. Pass to Okongwu. Back to MP. Nance outside. Now Lopez. 6 to shoot. Okongwu, the pass to Lopez. And here's LeVert for 3. Good, and the assist goes to MP. Lopez has got 7 assists in the game. The Kings have gone 2 for 7 from the field here in the fourth. Not great. Third minute of action now gone here in the fourth. Now here's Levine. He's guarded by Man to win the run. Shot by Levine, no good.
It's obvious they're becoming frustrated. Nothing seems to be going their way.
In a major drought, need to find some sort of momentum.
And they double up MP. Oh, it's stolen by DeRozan. Up top, Levine. Got a piece of it.
And you can see how scary this team can be when everything is clicking for them. Just a terrific performance for the Hawks.
And you don't usually see this kind of blowout, but tonight they delivered the punishment.
I mean, what's so impressive is they never wavered in their approach. They just kept at it and showed they were without a doubt the better team.
And with this win, they've tallied up a total of 6 wins on the year.
And with this one all but in the record books, they set the tone in the first of what will be only 2 meetings between these teams.
And one player just stole the show tonight, doing everything for his team. A monster night for MP.
Anytime they needed a bucket, they'd put the ball in his hands and say, go make a play. It was impressive to watch.
And what kind of defense was that? You can't give up wide open threes like that. What are you doing?
To the middle. Pass to Okongwu. Now here's Lopez. And MP throws it down.
And guys, that's got to be the dagger. This is how you finish a game.
And it felt like they just flipped the switch to go on that run and seal the game. Saving their best basketball for the end. Always smart.
And out of bounds. Sacramento will have it.
There's one for the low light. Wow. I'm not sure who messed up the pass, but look, somebody did.
Shot and game clock separated by 5. Outside Murray. Pass to Levine. Back to Murray. Takes the 3. Capella with a rebound. Now Levert. From 10 feet away. A tad short, but it's good off the front iron.
And just totally relentless, only increasing the intensity level.
Always plays hard until the final whistle, no matter what the situation is.
And so it's Atlanta easily grabbing this one. They didn't have too many problems tonight.
They didn't. Just a tremendous team effort.
stirs the drink. Another day, another win. Good work. New Orleans is after you. It's going to be a rowdy crowd out there.
Ain't ready, MP.
Hey, MP. It's your world. We just licked it.
And a little glimpse, a little feel of basketball fever. These fans are feeling it in anticipation of this big game. Hi and welcome everyone here on 2K Sports. Can't wait to get some NBA action going. Greg is a player. How long does the excitement of a new season last?
I'd say it starts to wear off right about now. You got to start bringing your own motivation to every game, and you need to provide your own energy.
Looking at the starting five for the Atlanta Hawks. The front court is Rizachet and Johnson. Daniels out there with Young. And it's MP in at the 5. Tries again. And he uses the glass on the layup.
A great sign for MP in his career, the ability to convert in traffic.
And so it's McCollum. He'll bring it up for the New Orleans Pelicans. Murray outside. And the rebound goes to Lopez. And about a minute gone here in the first quarter. And Craig, remember, in DeJounte Murray's rookie year, he played in the Western Conference Final.
Murray was the youngest player in that series, playing 20 minutes a game, competing against the KD Steph Warriors. How about that for a welcome to the NBA?
MP's gone 2 of 3 from the field. Young against Murray. That's in, and he found his range with that one. Now 1 for 2.
Yeah, 2 tough points from Murray. He's got some grit to his game.
Lopez, a screen on Murray. Young dishes to MP. And he drops in the layup off the glass. MP's got 6.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Once he gets in deep on the defense, there is no way he's missing a layup like that.
The Pelicans have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. And the foul called on MP. That is his first foul of the game. Here in the first quarter with about 2 minutes gone by. Pass to Misi. Murray with it. Some nice passing here by New Orleans. Puts it up from 12.
Gotta commend the effort MP showed there, refusing to give up anything easy.
Rizachet wide open. The basket good off the assist from Young.
And early on, they've been nearly perfect from the floor. Just the one miss here on their first 5 attempts.
And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes played. McCollum, no good.
You can hear him sputtering all the way over here. He knows he should have knocked that one down.
And now we're being joined by our 2K insider, Shams Charania, who's calling in with a good story. Shams, what do you have?
Thanks, guys. A big move for the Pelicans this summer, trading for DeJounte Murray, a versatile and durable lead guard who's proven to be one of the best clutch players. His acquisition directly addresses some of the Pelicans' greatest needs. And, guys, I'm very interested to see how this plays out.
You're right, a big piece. Okay, Shams, we appreciate the update. And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Kevin, thanks. DeJounte Murray is not one for the fast lane. He said, I come from all that stuff, but I've been done that. I'm a homebody. I'm focusing on basketball. There's a lot going on in this world, so it's about being smart. Kevin, growing up in South Seattle, he's seen it all. Back to you.
Yeah, you know, David, he counts himself fortunate to have escaped all of that. Thank you. And Lopez throws it down.
And that's how you execute in the open floor. Great job by MP to get to his spot.
And so it's Willie Green here calling timeout. He's made the decision. He wants to huddle up with this guy. Several teams changing it up here. This break in the game gives us a chance to look at the teams with the most points off turnovers last season. 5th on the list, the Pelicans.
And this team, in terms of scoring,
both teams making substitutions here. And timeout called by Willie Green. And coach has decided they need a moment to talk things over. The Hawks leading. So with Johnson sitting on the bench. Here's the 5 for Quinn Snyder right now. MP out there with Terrence Mann. And it's Young. Then there's Karis LeVert. And it's Okongwu in at center. Back to MP. Just 4 to shoot. Out of bounds, New Orleans will take possession. Atlanta making some changes. Jalen Johnson comes in for Mann. And Daniels subbed in for LeVert. Murray with it. He has 5. And we've seen Stan DeJounte Murray prove for years that he is a 20-point player.
Yeah, and Kevin, he can score as a point guard, or he can be off the ball But the best thing about DeJounte Murray, he is a great two-way player, one of the best guard defenders we have in this league.
MP with a screen on Murray. Young pass to MP. Oh, get up, MP! Woo.
And you look at this scoring outburst by MP. What's incredible is he still has room to grow.
And so McCollum will bring it up for the Pelicans. Trailing by 2. They'll be playing host to Portland for their next game. And that'll be the third of the 4 straight at home. Here's Murray. And it's sent back by Okongwu. And the Pelicans miss again.
And guys, his shot hasn't been falling this quarter. Time to settle down, refocus, and get a really high percentage look.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Murray against Young. Murray kicks to McCollum. Takes a 3. Rebound Atlanta. Lopez has got his 7th rebound here tonight. And their offense is really clicking right now.
Playing with a lot of energy and really taking it to the defense. Nice pass by MP, showing how unselfish he can be.
Pass to Misi. Now here's McCollum. He's covered by Daniels. From about 16, and it's Williamson missing.
He is really scuffling this quarter offensively. Perhaps a little frustration setting in.
Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. Here's Lopez. MP beats him for 2.
Just no resistance on the inside. That's their 5th consecutive make in the paint.
McCollum outside. Here's Williamson. Will it go? And the rejection by MP. Young from outside. Good on the triple. And now it's an 11-point Hawks lead.
They just won't miss. I mean, this is incredible.
Well, as a coach, this is when you enjoy what you're watching. Your team playing well and everything just flowing.
That'll do it for the first half. Hawks lead by 11. And we'll be back for the second half following the break. Keep it right here on 2K Sports.
Hi, everybody. We've got your favorite.
I think for Atlanta, this team wants to do big things, Shaq-sized things. And I got to say, they're looking almost as dominant as Kenny.
Easy, big fella, but I got to say, they are making it look easy here in this early part of the season, at least. And let's talk now about the game we've been watching. What a terrific first half for the Atlanta Hawks.
One big reason they're up, they're controlling the glass, both boxing out and crashing in.
Yeah, you could tell rebounding was a point of emphasis for them coming into this game.
And that's all for us. Now it's time to send it back to Kevin Harlan.
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. You look at MP in this one, he's been everywhere.
Yeah, it's been a great performance from him, really staying focused on quality shots.
Yeah, he's found his spots, been patient with his shot selection, and it's paid off for himself and the team.
In the guard spots, it'll be Murray and McCollum. Trey Murphy is out there with Zion Williamson. And it's Misi in at the 5 spot. So that's the group out there for New Orleans. And Stan, we seem to be in the midst of a big man renaissance in the NBA. And I personally love it. So that being said, which of these big stars do you like the most?
Well, that's a tough question because there's so much talent and they're all different. You've got Embiid, who is unstoppable offensively. You've got Wembanyama with his combination of size and length, skill and agility. You've got guys who can shoot the ball. But the guy that combines the most of those things that I would take Nikola Jokic.
Murray, no good.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Down low. The kick out to Lopez. And MP throws it down.
Fantastic slam by MP, proving how dangerous he can be inside.
McCollum outside. Pass to Misi. And it is flushed down with a nice jam.
A power flush with a long hang on the rim at the end of that.
That could be a catalyst for him. It really could. Lopez, a screen on Murray. Young for three. Hits the three-point bomb. Young's got his second bucket of the night.
Well, you know this is coming with Young on the court. He's always looking for his next three.
We're talking about Trae Young here, GA. What stands out most about him to you?
Well, Kevin, I'd say just how confident he is, right? He plays with that unique energy and swagger. I mean, you love him if he's on your team and can't stand him if he's playing against you. And Matador defense, that's one of the easiest shots he is ever going to see.
An unorganized defense like that is not going to help them close this deficit.
And timeout called by Willie Green. He wants to make some adjustments to the game plan, clearly. Jones checked in for the Pelicans. Pelicans trail by 18. Murray looking around. Just under 2.5 minutes into the third quarter now. Outside, Jones. Shot clock at 6. Takes the three. Rebound, Atlanta. Lopez has got 11 rebounds in the game. Pass to Rizachet. Williamson against MP. And MP throws it down.
Ever since halftime, they've played precision basketball on the offensive end.
Well, the coaching staff made some adjustments for the second half, and they've come out with focus and execution.
2 minutes remaining. Out of bounds, Atlanta will take possession.
Taking a look now at some numbers for Jones. Some last season stats for him. Last season, he averaged 11 points a game, 3 rebounds, and 2 assists. And most of all, you have to love the defensive grit he brings to games when he comes off the bench.
Yeah, I loved having options like him off the bench. Guys who bring effort. They can change the attitude of a team.
They're doing a really good job of getting the ball inside and attacking the paint. That's an area they have completely dominated.
Inside, here's Williamson, and the dunk by Williamson.
Zion giving the people what they want and making it look easy.
LeVert the pass to Lopez. And he makes good on the layup. Lopez has got 12 points here in the second half.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. Dan, no one knows Williamson's game more than you.
Substitution on the court.
Final quarter here, and we're just over 1.5 minutes through it. On the court right now for the Hawks. The front court is Rizachet and Johnson. Trae Young is out there with Daniels. And it's MP in at the 5, roaming the paint. Now here's McCollum. To the middle. And a beautiful feed leads to a monster jam.
Putting that pass right in his stride. Didn't have to slow up and was able to complete the play.
Young dishes to Lopez. And a few years back, the NBA coach decided to change how they do take fouls. It appears it's had the impact they wanted, don't you think?
I certainly do, Kevin. I thought it was a great rule change. There's almost nothing more exciting in NBA basketball than the fast break. And take fouls were limiting that. Now that we've gotten rid of those, we're really getting to see the athleticism of NBA players.
Because we want to see the finish, don't we? We want to see what happens when they do get off on that kind of break.
That's where the excitement happens.
The Hawks leading by 22. Johnson kicks to MP. And the dunk by Lopez.
Well, it seems like he's making everything. Nothing makes a coach happier than seeing your offense click.
It's McCollum on the wing. He's covered by Daniels. From deep. And the three ball is good.
And his presence as a scorer, it just has a calming effect for the rest of the team. He's a fallback option whenever they need one.
Here's Lopez and the dunk by MP.
And forget about finesse. This big fella's all about the power.
McCollum outside. Oh, good on the three. Atlanta's gotten the three-point bug tonight. They've taken 15 shots outside the arc. They're 6 of 15.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout, big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for the Hawks.
They found a great rhythm from long range.
Yeah, Kevin, every time they left a man open deep, he'd get a good shot at the basket. Didn't hesitate, and that aggression paid off.
And now, for the year, this is going to take them to 7 wins.
And so they win their first game against this squad. It's a 2-game season series, and they'll be going for the sweep the next time they face off.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for MP.
Yeah, you know, he was a man on a mission in this one. The defense had absolutely no answers for him tonight.
And when you can't get anything to fall, it definitely gets in your head.
Yeah, they might want to draw something up here to get him something at the rim or get him to the free throw line. Sometimes that's all it takes to snap a cold streak.
Taking no chances, they go on one last run to seal the deal.
Yeah, this run has poured a bucket of water on any ember of a potential comeback.
Johnson outside. Back to MP. And the layup's good off the glass. MP's got 40 points.
Yeah, they've sucked the energy out of this arena. Tremendous effort on the road.
Yeah, and winning games on the road is huge, especially when you get them in such a convincing fashion.
And so Atlanta takes this one by a big margin. This crowd was stunned by the manner in which their team was dismantled.
You know what? Shocking. I don't care what.
Great win tonight, MP.
Yeah, maybe we'll check out the South Furniture at the Reina Sofia. What? It's called Culture, guys. You should try it out sometime. I'll talk to you later. Hot dogged it. It's ice cold. I have no idea. Back from the beach again. My red. Yeah, you're a little burned all over on here. A little toast.
Stay focused on your workout. A sauna in here. Who's on the AC? Hey, when's the last time you went to the zoo? Thinking of going this weekend. Someone needs to change their socks. Do you smell that? Another day, another drill. That's how we get it done. When's team dinner? I'm starving. Come on, back to work. Don't stop grinding, man. Winners win. Keep at it. What's the weather like outside? I feel like I've been stuck in here forever. Come on, back to work. This is where things count, right here.
for lunch last night. Well, I went and saw Mary cook that. She gave me some popcorn. Popcorn for a meal? I did more than that.
Do you think I'd be a good mascot?
For this team?
Yeah.
That suit?
Yeah.
This arena?
Yeah.
So I'm thinking about letting kids play the next game.
Can't believe how many North Beverly hats I saw today.
Man.
Front-runner high school team is crazy.
Yo, that's what happens when you win 8 straight titles and you're the most exclusive private school on the north side of Chicago, man.
5 assistant coaches. Full time.
Mm-hmm.
That means they've been scouting you for months.
Guess I'm gonna have to just go in there and do my thing, you know what I mean?
Stop playing, MP. Do you want to win, bro?
Of course I want to win. What you talking
about?
about?
Pass the rock. All right, you're on a whole nother level than everybody else. I get that. But we can shoot. All right, especially if we're wide open and they're throwing doubles at you with their all-star recruits, man.
Yo, Patrick, ever since you got to Plainview, you've been telling me to take over, prove to the scouts that I'm an NBA player. Yeah. And now we on the biggest stage and you sitting here to tell me to play timid? You scared? You nervous? What's up, man?
Scared, man. It's North Beverly. I can't lose to those guys.
Hold on. Why? Because you play with half of them on your club league team?
It's not the players, man. Players are in the same condition we in on scholarship. I'm talking about the fans. I can't stand the fans, man. They've been getting everything handed down to them. Their entire lives, man. And they swear it's because they're better than you.
Yeah, no, that's real. Meanwhile, somebody from Plainview can work twice as hard as them, and they'll never, ever get the same opportunity. I hear you.
That's exactly what I'm saying.
But, yo, you want to hear something even crazier? One of the biggest donors at North Beverly is the guy who shut down the garment factory. And my grandfather, he worked there for 37 years, bro. 37 years, Patrick.
Man. If you force up shots, we're gonna lose, man. The stock's gonna drop. Who's left for me to manage?
Go with this managing thing, man. How about you just worry about knocking down your shots tomorrow, and then we'll talk about it, all right?
That's not a problem.
All right, then. Plainview. All right, man, let's get out of here, bro.
And let's go down to the floor as they get ready to announce the starting lineups.
Welcome fans to the house at power forward. Number 50.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to our coverage of the Illinois High School State Championships. I'm Joe Lamy alongside Danny Hogger and Drake Hugo. Danny, we've got quite the matchup tonight between the Plainview Panthers and the North Beverly Bearcats.
Rubbing my hands together, a bit of a David and Goliath situation here. The Bearcats looking for their 9th straight title, but the Panthers have come out of nowhere, led by their star, MB.
He's the star of the show and has been nothing short of sensational all tournament.
Oh, he's a player that can cause a load of problems with his overwhelming talent. And I'll tell you what, Coach Altman and the Bearcats will have a plan, but some things you just can't account for.
And you look at the roster for North Beverly and the international feel as they recruit from all over.
Oh, for a high school, it's crazy. They treat their program the way a university would. They look all over for the best talent, not just in Illinois, but all over the world.
Really left alone that time, entering unfair territory. Marcita already has a huge edge inside, and now showcasing the long ball. The power of the Bearcats is in full display right now.
Now here's MP. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
Impressive job of creating that kind of look.
Pass to Bishop. And we're about 1 minute into the first. Comes up empty down low.
James Marcita is a talented wing who can play at the next level. At 6'10" and 240 pounds, small is not what comes to mind for this small forward.
Oh, no, not at all, Danny. It's noticeable how tall he is. And it's unusual to see that kind of mass in a high school wing. But again, that's the benefit of the international recruiting that North Beverly pulls from.
Passes to MP. Out to the right wing. From deep, Grant Tombo. That falls, coming off the assist from Patrick Wells.
How about the deep ball by Tombo. Always helps to have a power forward who can shoot it.
Outside, Marcida. To the middle. A shot by Bishop. No good. MP outside. Just about 2 minutes into the game. First quarter of basketball here. That one goes. And Ben Bishop, the big man for the Bearcats, 7+ feet in the middle. Hard to miss out on the floor.
Yeah, sticking out on the floor with his height. The mobility is the only question mark for him. He moves like he's 50 years old and drives a minivan. But, man, when he gets into position, he's a load to deal with.
Here's Bishop. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass.
Given his size, not many guys are going to be able to block Bishop's shot, which is why you feed him in there.
Three-pointer, Patrick Wells. And another three for Plainview.
Some players you can give that shot to. But let me be clear, he is not one of them. Terrible job by the D.
And then Bishop comes in with a dunk.
That's easy work for Bishop, the biggest dude on the floor.
Wells outside. From the elbow. Score the basket, his second of 2 attempts.
He makes quick work of that opportunity. The defense needs to plug those holes.
And Wells, a transfer to Plainview before the season, he's been a huge part of their success.
Wells knows how to shoot, something you can always use more of. Likely won't make that jump to the college level, though, but he's a great high school player and a really solid 1-2 punch with MP.
Now here's MP. And here's Justice Rosenberg from beyond the arc. That's no good. Misses his first shot of the night. Pass to Bishop. Here's Marcida. Yes, and it's Ben Bishop with the assist that time.
So competitive in the interior. Marcida makes good use of his size, breaking through the contact.
MP inside. Guarded by Marcida. And that one's good from MP.
Nice tag. However, a little too easy if you're asking me. And in this matchup, you can be sure North Beverly will focus on MP. They know he's the cog in this Plainview machine.
MP is that guy. And as he goes, so does Plainview. Doesn't take a lot of scouting to see that.
Now here's MP. He has 6. Passes to Wells. The three-pointer goes.
Their offense has been on an absolute tear. They're simply overpowering the opposition and taking this game right now.
100%. We'll see if they can manage to keep this up.
Here's Day. Looking for his first basket. Still in this one. No good from outside. Plainview with the ball. 10-point lead. Down low. Here's Tombo. No good on the shot. Great defense that time from Leftosis Lonaglu. Vlad Dermanenko first, and he beats it!
Just barely got that one in.
What great composure. He ends the quarter with a money.
The scoring has been fast and furious here in the first. Plainview ahead, up by 7. And
Substitution for the Panthers. Substitution for the Bearcats.
And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. Three-pointer, Patrick Wells. Good, and the assist goes to MP. And something to note between these two schools, Plainview has never beaten North Beverly.
Wow, Joe, just lay out the cold hard fact like that? Yeah, I'm not sure I would ever bring that up in the locker room or make the sole point to fire up the squad, but either way, staying undefeated over another team can be a real challenge on that end.
They're on a nice roll right here.
Well, they haven't wasted any of the opportunities they've been getting. That's what marks a good team, converting on those chances. Kadirko doubles down there on the interior for some hard-earned points.
Here's the Bearcats with the basketball, trailing by 13. On the wing, James Marcida, guarded by Gibson. Out to the right wing, with just 5 to shoot. Bishop with the screen. For 3, Johnny 2. Out of bounds, it'll be Panther ball.
Substitution for the Panthers.
Here's Wells. This is the most they've led by, 13 points.
And no matter how this game goes, what a run it's been for Plainview. The first time they've gotten this far in school history.
And you can tell by how much the town has loved it. Fairy tale ending or not, this has been a year to remember for Plainview. Here's MP. Makes it off the glass.
How about the strength MP showed there? Showing off and proving he could score through contact.
They're having trouble creating any kind of offense.
And you can really sense them tightening up a little bit at this point.
Now a timeout called by North Beverly.
Substitution for the Bearcats.
Danny Cawthon for 3. MP grabs the miss.
Drake, some of these players on these teams have faced off against each other in Club League. Those memories can be an asset in their minds.
Oh, yeah. When you face someone before, those lessons learned may translate to in-game advantages, Danny. And that's the thing. You got to correct past mistakes, keep making adjustments, and get better over time.
There's a screen. Here's Dermanenko. And again, unable to change momentum here. MP outside. The shot from the low post is good.
And it hasn't just been one facet that helps them build the lead. They've been terrific all around.
It has been a complete performance, and the effort level's been fantastic too.
MP with the steal. Three-pointer, Patrick Webb sends it home as the clock breaks 0.
Impeccable effort. What an unbelievable play.
Yeah, there was a little magic to that one.
So as we conclude the first half of play, a fairly one-sided affair thus far. Plainview out front, running away with this one. And we send it to halftime now, back with the third quarter right after this. And we're back. Illinois State Championship second half action about to restart. So it's Plainview now, and it might be intimidating for some of these players, playing in such a hollowed ground here at the United Center.
I think it's safe to substitute the might for a definitely does. It's bigger, sights, the sounds, everything. It's a dream come true for many of these players.
Passes to Cawthon. Now Day. Shot clock at 6. It's deflected. MP on the left side. And they double up MP. And the rebound goes to the Bearcats.
Barely anyone in the area, and he still short arms the layup.
Dermanenko outside. Outside, Day. Outside, Marcita. And the three off target. And when you watch Germanenko on the court for North Beverly, he's as composed as they get at this level.
He's the smallest starter for the Bearcats, but he's sort of like this conductor of a larger-than-life Bearcat orchestra. He moves the symphony, and he collects assists from the giants of North Beverly. Vlad, the conductor, he knows his team so well, swiftly delivering the ball there.
MP outside. Tombo.
He's money on the shot. That's how they want their offense to operate. Get the ball near the rim.
Just over 1.5 minutes have passed in the third quarter. They just can't get anything going offensively.
And you can see the frustration mounting. They just don't know who to turn to for points.
Cawthon, left side. Over Tombo. Cawthon, no good. And here are the Panthers. They've only allowed 2 points so far in the second. Back to MP. Passes to Wells. Three-pointer. Yes, and it's MP picking up the assist.
Well, no doubt MP is a legend for Plainview already. Likely to be the first graduate to have ever seen the NBA.
And for someone who's never seen him, MP's out.
Here's Marcita. He can't get that one. Excellent D there by Perchumsey. MP, he's covered by Bishop. Here's MP, and the dunk by MP.
And they're just scoring at will, getting whatever shot they want out there.
Yeah, and the lead, it's only getting bigger. Not sure what the opposition is thinking at this moment.
Germanenko with it. Wells on him. Will it go? And James Marcita, good for three.
Oh, I love the dish by Cawthon. When you're open, he does his best to find you.
Plainview with the ball.
Let's talk about Danny Cawthon for a moment. The Bearcats power forward loves to clean the glass.
He's got a real pack mentality, too. So when a shot goes up, Cawthon is nearly always in the picture, and he's either boxing out or snagging those boards himself for easy second-chance buckets. James Marcita for three. That doesn't go in either for James Marcita. MP with the rock. Germanenko picks him up. They grab their own miss. And Tombo gets the... bucket.
Undersized for a forward, but Tombo has worked on his vertical, and it helps him on the O-boards.
Germanenko outside. Passes to Cawthon. Germanenko back to Cawthon. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Out of bounds, Bearcats ball as Beverly will hold on to it.
Substitution for the Panthers. Dave Zadirko. Duncan Porter.
Here's August Twitter with the three. North Beverly no good on that one either.
Coach Riley Altman has North Beverly prepared to play this game as if it's on their own home floor.
Oh, Coach Altman is a living legend. He's the most decorated high school coach in Illinois State history. And what's great about him is he doesn't want his players to be overwhelmed by the environment. He wants them to stay focused and in the game plan.
Passes to Cawthon. Now 9 seconds separate the shot and game clock. To halt the run. Zadirko grabs a rebound. Plainview with the ball. Since halftime, they've only allowed 5 points. Back to Dillard. Here's MP. For three, Todd Gibson, and it's in! Oh, wow! He has the buzzer beater.
They're firing on all cylinders. That shot caps a nice run going into the final quarter.
And 3/4 of play in the books. This one already looks out of reach. Plainview ahead, running away with it. Final quarter of play just ahead. Deciding to change it up. About 1 minute played here in the fourth quarter. Here's MP. Count that as his 7th field goal falls. He's now 7 for 9. And of course, high school basketball around Chicago as competitive as it gets.
There is a legacy here. Yeah, players are chasing a shadow in the shape of the number 23, and it envelops every court in this city. Basketball could be a ticket, could be the opportunity of a lifetime for these athletes.
To the paint. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
MP pouring his heart out on the court. Hustling in transition and staying out ahead of the fast break.
They really need a bucket right now.
Yeah, unfortunately, it's been a while since they've scored last.
Here's August Splitter with the 3. Out on his own on the break. It's good.
You've seen it from him over and over, but it never tires watching MP just ball out.
Game moves along. 2 minutes gone here in the fourth. Outside, Chu. There's a screen by Lee. Chu, no good.
And Dillard, another shooter for Plainview. Solid jump shot, but misses a baffling amount of easy layups.
They'll have a few hedge scratchers each game, Danny. To the inside. The kick out to Lee. Good, and the assist goes to MP.
And what a run they're having. They simply can't miss right now.
Seriously, this is amazing. Everything they're putting up is going down.
Pass to Williams. Inside. Tipped away. And it's stolen away by Dillard. Gibson. Defended by Chu. That's a dozen assists for MP now, and he's doing everything you can want from a facilitator. Third minute of action gone by in the fourth.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
Outside, Chu. Looking to end the drought. MP grabs the miss.
And you can sense their frustration all the way from the booth. They feel the game slipping away.
Understandably so. They're on the wrong side of an impressive run.
Dillard. Back to MP. So the whistle blows on the shot. 2 free throws for the contact there.
Personal foul.
It's going to go on Johnny Chu.
Well, you know the MP is going to get a swarm of attention when he gets inside. Defenders collapsing down on him, and he scores himself a trip to the line.
A different look for North Beverly. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2. That's on Zadirko.
Personal foul.
And the first one drops.
And when you talk about Cawthon, his rebounding on both ends stands out to most. Offense and defense, he's physical everywhere.
Not as productive a trip to the line as he'd have liked. They need all their free throws to go down at this point.
No coverage that time.
They came out of the break with a clear philosophy. Shoot the 3 early and often.
And the entire team has bought into it. They're loving the bombs away mentality.
To the paint, Cawthon. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed.
This is Cawthon in his zone. Absolutely dialed. He loves playing big inside.
And they double up MP. And the ball is tied up, so we have a jump ball. That's good, and it's Zadirko with the assist. What a game it's been from MP so far, with a 20-10 type of evening with the state title on the line. Dishes to Marcida. Shoots over Little. Marcida, no good. Now here's Dillard. He's guarded closely. Back to MP. It's Dillard outside. MP high post. The kick out to Gibson. For three. And another three for Plainview.
Surging ahead at the right time. Gaining some separation and putting it out of reach.
Over to the wing. MP with the steal. Dillard. He's guarded by Dermanenko. Here's MP. Put it in the history book. The Plainview Panthers have done the unthinkable and are Illinois state champions. MP has led his school to glory, and this is a season Plainview will never forget.
And what can you say about MP and this team? You could never count them out. And they took down a Titan in North Beverly today.
And out of all the schools to end the dominance of North Beverly, nobody would have expected the Plainview Panthers.
These kids are legends today and here on out. It's a Cinderella story that this state will
Told you we were